It's just amazing to be able to come out and speak to high school kids. These guys are our future. And if I can share a little bit of my story with them, I'm not that far removed from high school. I was just here 90 years ago. So if I could just share my message with them about handling adversity and going through life and being appreciative, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, just talk about that message. I mean, you're such an inspiration to so many people.
Yeah, if I have a story, I have a journey that I feel like I needed to tell, and a lot of experiences that I've gotten to have over my 26-year life so far. And, if I believe that could help them out too, go through life, I tell them when you face some type of adversity, it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or you're 45 years old, it's how you handle it what ultimately defines you. So that's my message to these kids.
The 6-year anniversary was recently, and then also in the same week, they rededicated the park in your hometown in your name. Just kind of an emotional week, I imagine, for you.
Yeah, got to reflect on it, the day after. It was, usually always the day of. I'm always doing something, but then it's usually the day after I look back on, wow, look at where I've been the past 6 years, the people I've gotten to meet, and the places I've gotten to go. It's been truly amazing and honestly a blessing. So it's been pretty cool. And then my park that I grew up in, that was awesome. I grew up there playing baseball, football, basketball, especially with the older kids. That's why I believe where my skills came from, and developed playing out there. So being able to have that park named after me was incredible.
Unfortunately, this past weekend, someone you knew and was an inspiration, Dennis Bird, passed away in a car accident. Just talk about how when you went through your situation, he had sent you his book.
Yeah, I sent it to my trainer, Arno, who brought it over to me a few weeks after my injury. And, I never got to read it because it's a hard copy. But, just hearing his story and then got to see the video of him going back out into the field and doing a coin toss with his team after doctors told me I'll never walk again. Instantly, that was motivation for me from the very start of my injury, and that's exactly still motivates me to one day be able to do that. It may take a little bit longer, but if I get to do what he did one day, that's the goal.
Part of your journey is being a spokesperson for the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation. Just talk about your role there.
Yeah, being able to to have a foundation to raise money, give people hope for this injury. Using my platform, to do it, because a lot of people I meet all the time ask me, is there any progress we're making? I get to update them on that, which is pretty cool. But it just gives them hope, like one day that that somebody's out there working for you. If I can be that hope for them and that inspiration to help give back, and I feel like this is what I'm called to do: help other people out that aren't as fortunate.
And one of the things you're doing a digital series for Fox Sports. Just tell everyone about how that is and how they can find it.
Yeah, it's a 4-minute shorts. We're doing 6 digital pieces with FoxSports.com, and we've been able to go into the face of people living in the face of adversity and share their stories and bring them some cool opportunities where they've gotten to go all over the place and meet, maybe some people that they never thought would meet, or give them experiences that they never thought that they would experience. And it's all about me being the host of it, someone who's living in the face of adversity every day. And people can go to FoxSports.com/Mission Possible to check it out. It's pretty amazing.
And I'd be remiss not to ask you, Scarlet Knights having a tough season in the Big Ten. Your thoughts about the program? Chris Ash has a plan. I think if he sticks to it, it's going to be okay.
Oh, he definitely has a plan. We're getting these New Jersey guys to stay home. We got to get all these northern New Jersey guys up here to start coming down to Rutgers, get to South Jersey, Central Jersey, build a little fence around here, and promise that talent will prosper if we can plant that seed. And I believe Coach Ash, he's already got the seeds planted. Now it's for us to water it.
Jefferson head football coach Jerry Venarino, very pleased his players had an opportunity to hear such a great inspirational speaker in Eric LeGrand.
It's a great opportunity for not only just the football team, but the school as a whole. A lot of community members came out to his presentation in the auditorium early, and it just was something special for the players to get the chance to have an eat-in, lunch-in, and the question and answer period was great because then he could really solely talk about his experiences playing football and how those experiences have helped him, not only playing college football, but in real life as well.
Jefferson's captains were enthralled that they had the chance to talk and interact with Eric LeGrand during a Q&A period, and they all felt it very inspirational.
It's such a pleasure to have Eric LeGrand come to our school. For him to tell us his message after reading his book in his own words, it was great because everyone knows what happened to him and how tragic the injury was, but he's turned a tragic event into something that motivates everyone, and I'm actually very motivated from him because he taught me to go out and play every play as it's my last and never give up, and no matter how bad it is, it's never as bad as you think it is. So just keep making everything positive out of the worst possible situation. So that's pretty much what I got out of it.
A ton of inspiration. I mean, us as a football team, we can find the smallest things to connect to and everything, but just him being able to come out and speak to us is just awesome. Just to take the time out of his life and the things he has to go to come and talk to us. even as a school and like to the football team individually, is just it's just awesome for us and just brings a smile to our faces that he can do this.
It was a huge inspiration to see someone that went D1 to Rutgers, questionably going to the NFL, doing a great job, and everything just was taken away from him at a time, and he was able to bounce back, and he go to high schools and speak to kids and be inspirational. And it was just really cool to see someone that was could have been in such a dark place, but he just found light in it.
Jefferson Township High School Principal Dr. Timothy Plotz, very pleased that his school could host Eric LeGrand.
Coming here in the summer, finding out that our school had done the One Book, One School initiative as their summer reading project, the students were very inspired by the book, the readings, and what they found out about it. It was at that time that we decided, let's see if we can get him to come here to deliver that message of obviously believing, number one, and overcoming some of the challenges that we have. We all have challenges in life. Our students recognize that, but having his inspirational message shows them that their challenges aren't as big sometimes as we may perceive them to be. I think he did a great job today delivering the message to our student body as well as our football team here, enjoying a nice friendly lunch and exchanging some good war stories. And I think it was a win-win for all of our kids and him as well. So great day for all.